there's certain jobs where, someone they just read data all day and they don't necessarily have to, I mean, they can print out reports and they don't have to interact a lot. I always mention might be their professional setting, but how do we want to make sure that our staff professionals have personal relationships, their daily lives, their daily experiences, because how their mood is, how their relationships, they have a bad morning because they got into an argument with someone, might impact their work ethic. It might impact their ability to effectively work because they have stuff on their mind. Yep. And so not being able to regulate those emotions or not being able to work with their partner, their kids, whatever, those type of things also play a factor. But again, we don't always think about the human side of folks.
Yeah.
What is the task that this individual needs to do, and how do we make sure that it gets done, and not consider, well, what type of emotions are they bringing to this today or this afternoon?
It's funny you mentioned that, and I would actually put that irresponsibility, if there is some irresponsibility going on the employers themselves. Because culture is such a in vogue kind of term these days. But like, let me just talk about our company culture. It doesn't, we're not a large, we're going to become a bigger company, but every single person at our company, first of all, it's all about transparency. We say right out of the gate, no matter where you are in the org, you have a seat at the table. Because if I'm the executive that makes the file, that has the responsibility, it's not like I'm like, yay, I'm the boss. I don't think that. I'm like, get the team around that can help me help us all. So, and it doesn't, like, you don't know where the ideas are going to come from. And if you're having a bad day, know that you can call any one of us, and we get it. Do what you have to do, because we know that we're motivating you enough the job performance is not the issue. We're not worried about that. We're worried about your well-being, your mental and physical health. So I call that the responsibility of the employer. And listen, if the educators can knock that out of the park and give us 100% on the funnel coming to us, wonderful. But it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And unfortunately, there are management teams out there or companies that don't care enough or know to care enough.
Yep. Okay. So I think you and I
By the way, it works because the productivity, I call myself the chief motivator at the company. I want you guys to run through the wall and run this company. I don't need, I want to just tell the world how great this work is. But so far the proof's there.
There you go. Well, I think you and I are both on the same page when it comes to the necessity of soft skills within your STEM fields. And again, like I said, it's not just the professional side, but it's also on the personal side to me. So how does working with drones, learning how to code, those type of things, how does that develop one's soft skills?
So primarily, number one, a drone in the workforce is not, generally speaking, a one person at a time type of responsibility. Meaning you might have one pilot, flying the drone, but is that pilot the same individual that's actually mechanically tinkering and upgrading and fixing that drone? Likely not. Is it the ground control computer technician? Probably not. Is it the VLOS, a visual line of sight, human eye player in that group? No. So my first answer is to just kind of point to a setting of Build Fly Code in the classroom, or a Build Fly Code live event where we invite, already knowledgeable students and their educators to a live experiential event where they have to, and their group, they have to solve a problem, precision delivery. How do we do this to this with Hopper? And right away, you have 3 or 4 students on one drone, and they instantly know what they want. I'm going to be the programmer. I'm going to be the mechanic. So it's already collaborative in terms of the using of the instrument and its effectiveness. But like all other types of art and creation, there's not just one set of code that will solve that problem, but there's a better set, and maybe even a better set. So right away, your group is your group. You can't do this without each other. And witnessing that from our perspective in the it's just a wonderful thing to see, because they're looking to each other, because there's vulnerability. There's someone comes with a lot of knowledge. Maybe they played video games. I don't know, right? But so right out of the gate, when you're working with drones in the classroom as a learning tool and in the professional side, it's not just about you, it's others. And what is it that the collaboration or this collective intelligence is working on? Solving problems. Like pressure makes pipes break. Let's put a clock on that. Let's make it harder. So it's really collaboration because it's required, because there's a lot of elements, but then you need each other, collective intelligence, and then you have these problems that are varied through different industries, cinematography, precision delivery, and each one can come with a different set of experiences and intelligence and learnings that can benefit the group. It's really how it goes.
So starts with the teamwork, because like you said, even though it's a drone is a single, what they call it, what is it, UA, what is it,
UAV, yeah.
UAV, yeah. So unmanned
autonomous vehicle.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to flex it's like okay. I knew.
We can edit that one out.
I was trying to pretend like I knew what I was talking about. Okay, yes. So
I did my prep. I'm just breaking your chops.
That was good. Yeah. So okay. So the teamwork. So even though it's one UAV, but there's multiple players that effectively help the mission, if you will, take place. And so there's going to require problem solving. There's going to require teamwork. And so when we think about when a student finishes school, let's call it high school, and they decide what they're going to do going forward, whether they want to enter into the workforce, they want to go to college, those kind of things, they have some sort of foundational skills that they've learned.
It's exactly right. And, it's funny, those that aren't given that opportunity in their classrooms, what that student's doing when it's their own problem after school, they're getting on the phone, they're calling people, they're getting other perspective, they're using their emotional intelligence and collective intelligence to make sure it's like don't go to the library, start reading books.